Hey everybody, it's Mike. Would you just look at this machine? It's beautiful, isn't it? Looks like it's 100% done. That's where you'd be wrong. This weekend's project: rear weights, the rear panel, floor pan, left hand and right hand garnish panel inside the cab. There's more. Seat pan, headliner. It just keeps coming. I keep telling myself I'm about done with this thing, and I just turn around and there's more to do. Will it ever end? I sure hope so. I'm gonna start with the easy one first. The floor pan just lays down in there. I got this set up on this winch cable to the forklift because I was tired of painting everything at one side at a time. It takes forever. You'd be amazed on how much tension is on this cable. It actually started to roll, that forklift, without the parking brake on it. But that was pretty crazy. So this panel, the floor pan, it just sits down where your feet rest. There's 4 rubber cushions that need to go down first. And Case wanted $27 a piece for these bumpers right here. I bought a whole bunch of them in bulk. I measured the size of, I had one original. These are pretty close. I might need 2 hands to do that. I'll bring them back when I get them in. All right, all 4 are in. A little bit of lubricant, water-based lubricant, and they popped right in. I think that back should be in front. There we go. There we go, right there. Okay, this rear plate should be pretty easy to install. I bought this second hand. This machine didn't have one. So I actually couldn't find it in the parts manual for the, I think, 8990 manual. Maybe this was a later edition, I'm not sure. Takes square nuts in these pockets. But I'm gonna put it on regardless. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. It's 3/8 bolts. Trying to get this bolt started. I think I got it. I got this adjusted kind of even on both sides here. I'm going to run her down. Looks nice though. All right, I hope you guys can see where I'm working here. I'm getting these, what I call garnish panels. This is the right-hand side one. There's these little plastic bushings that snap in, as long as I didn't get too much paint in there. Looks like I may have. There it goes. Okay. Now this parking brake cable has to slide up through it. Okay, so it sits like that. And on the back here's a welded nut to the frame. I already ran a tap through it to get all the paint out of the threads. And up front, at least on mine, there's no nut. So there's a hold a nut underneath on the front here. So don't want it to rub the throttle cable. Plenty of clearance to the seat frame. It looks pretty good. I think we can tighten her down there. Okay. Perfect. Okay, got the other panel here as well for the left-hand side. Put the bushing in. Oh. Cracked a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. We'll run it for now. Rear bolt. And then front bolt and nut on the bottom. Scooch it over to have clearance to the seat frame. Looks like it's over all the way already. Looks great. That's just a view with them installed now. Kind of fills the operator station in properly. We're not done yet. I got a couple little things here to spruce this up. So, brand new from Case. Parking latch covers here on the left, wherever that one went, and throttle cable on the right. I already got called out for not having those on there, so just so you guys know I'm not shortcutting anything. Let's get them on. I got black weather strip adhesive on both sides and let it tack up like it said. Nice. And the other side. And finally, the throttle cable. Like brand new. All right, guys, I'm kind of stuck in the back of my shop right now, and I don't have great lighting back here, so I'm using this little accessory light. Working on the weight kit. My machine did not have this weight kit when I got it. During the last couple of years, I picked this up off of Marketplace. I think they're 25 pounds a piece, maybe 20, but they increased the machine capacity from, I think, 1,400 pounds to 1,750 operating capacity, which is rated at half the tipping load. So it'll lift more than that. It just won't drive around real well. So they're held up with 4 1/2-inch by 3-inch long bolts, and I've never installed a set, so it's going to be a learning experience. I'm going to set you guys down here and try to get some light on the subject. So I assume these slots are there so you can start bolts, and then just kind of wedge it on there. So I'm going to start the 2 back ones. And then you can get the other bolt once you get all of them up there. So we'll get as many up there as we can here. I'm surprised it doesn't, not sure how this is gonna let me stack all these in here or not. Let's see. Backwards. One more. That's what I was wondering. A little nervous to unscrew that, and I got the wrong size drive socket. I'll be back. Just a little thread or two. It'll all fall and pinch my hand. I think it's gonna go. Come on. There it is. I get why they have the slots, because I don't think I could muscle all of them up there without a jack or something. Those tuck up there pretty good. They don't look like they don't hang below the drain, so clearance is not reduced by much, if any. There we go. We're still knocking out small little things to get this thing completely finished. And if you don't remember, I broke the sensor for the transmission temperature, hydraulic temperature switch when I pulled the engine out, I think it was. And Case still sells them, but they're like 180 bucks. So I was able to find this Stewart Warner switch, 83301, and the only difference that I can tell is it's a spade terminal, and that one closes the circuit to ground at 230, and this closes the circuit to ground at 220 or 225. So 5 degrees. It's gonna give me 5-degree earlier warning. So let's get that other one pulled out and get that one put in. I think I got you guys where you can see this. This is gonna be one of those quick swap deals because this is under pressure. Not pressure, but the hydraulic tank is lower than the sensor, so when you take it out, it's gonna want to pour fluid all over the place. It's gonna be a quick swap. So I'm gonna have my New sensor ready, and I'm gonna put this towels all under here so it doesn't get too messy. This is 1/4 inch national pipe thread, by the way. I'm gonna see if I can put my finger on here and just get a comparison of these two pieces. Okay, so they're very similar. Actually, I think my tank's lower than it should be. It's not, nothing's coming out. That's kind of surprising. That should be tight enough. And then I got an eyelet on here. I'm gonna just switch that to spade terminal and we'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna cut this end off that we had here. Strip this back. Then our new end, the spade terminal. And then we'll crimp it. I'm just gonna zip tie that back to this bracket, keep it out of the way from any linkages here. All right, another thing done. Still knocking small details out. Here's the old coolant bottle. Thought about reusing it. It's already been, I think, modified here, but you'd be surprised what they want for that thing. They do still sell it new. It's not exact, I mean, physically the same, but doesn't have the old case logo. This is molded in, but hey, I was happy to still be able to get it. We're gonna throw this on there. Why it's got 3 holes, looks like top one is the one that's been used. So we'll go back the same way. She's tight. And it wouldn't be right without new hose. Right on to the radiator there. I think I got some hose clamps that'll fit this. It's hard to think ahead and make sure you have everything you need. I keep a lot of this stuff around, but a lot of it's rusty and junk, or just doesn't match my restoration quality, so I end up buying new anyway. length off here. I bought extra to go to the overflow tube. Ouch. Not touching anywhere it's not supposed to be. Looks real good. And in the manual they just kind of show a little piece of tubing coming off that overflow nozzle. So we'll try to copy that. Down here maybe. We'll try it right here and see how it looks, it works. I think that's longer than it's supposed to be. Something like that, maybe like that. All right. Well, I gotta get some more antifreeze. I did get the machine filled with antifreeze finally, the proper mixture. Just had water in it for the longest time, and I need to get more to mix some to put in that bottle, but these fine details are hard to focus on when you're kind of just ready to be done with a project, but they definitely make or break the project, so got to keep pushing through. So I just took a look at the manual, and it specifies a length of 11 13/16. I measured it. It's 11 and a half, so we're real close. I'm going to throw this tie strap around there like it shows, and we'll be golden on this. That's how we ended up. Hey, if you guys remember the combo meter fuel gauge flashing, saying it has low fuel, I've got some fuel here, and we're gonna see if that gauge actually works or not. It should work, but this is some dyed diesel. Ooh. Okay, see what we got. Oh, still flashing. That's not good. I don't know if it's just that low or if it's actually not working. I think it's just that low. I can see the sender down in there. And it looks like it's still all the way down. Yeah, I can see the arm. It's all the way down. Very difficult to get you guys a view, but you can kind of see the sender there. And the arm is all the way down. Float, there goes the float arm. So it was just that low. There's a good picture of it. So I did go ahead and add like a gallon or two more diesel and got it to stop flashing. Yeah, that's annoying. So it's just that low. If I fill it up, I think the gauge will work properly. My son and I made this horn bracket. This one was completely missing. It's held under the right rear cab bolt. And this is a horn that was already put on here by the prior owner. I tested it, it works good. Sounds pretty good, so I'm going to reuse it. There's a ground wire for the horn, connects to that bolt. At least that's how it was when I got it. And then this is the power wire that runs to the switch and the handle. and it's live power all the time. So I'm going to get the horn bolted up here. Now this hole up in the cab is shifted a little, so it's difficult to get the bolt back in. I'm going to have to pry it over. It's not a lot, it's just enough to cause me problems and not wanting to go in. Afraid if I just run it with the impact, it'll mess all the threads up on the bolt. And let's see what I can do here. Oh yeah, that's not taking a whole lot of force, that's good. Yeah, that's nice. Just a little bit of prying. So there's a little cutout in there to clear the nut and the horn. I don't like that the bracket sits angled, but that's the only way I can see that it would work, because that's pictures I've seen have the nut centered over that big hole. So hopefully now that push this to work. Nice. My son and I also sandblasted the wire harness cover and got the clips back on, and there's 3/4-inch bolts that secure it. So it's going to tuck that harness back out of the way. I can't get a good shot of the inside here without blocking it with my body, so you guys are going to have to just watch from there. This should really help in getting this all tucked back and out of the way. It's definitely snug going in. Yeah, kind of that rubber I got up in here is now kind of causing me problems. Get this center one on. This top one's gonna give me trouble. And that one's behind the loader boom. I just cranked it over enough with the lift control in the up position to get it to move without starting it. I don't want it all stinky in here. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult. There we go. Looks good. I'm going to tighten it down. There's a good look at it. Nice and tucked away. And manual shows some clamps down there, but yeah, I'm not seeing exactly where those need to hook up to yet. I need to study that. I'm kind of excited to show you guys this. These are original Case New Holland seat recovering kits, so to speak. So genuine case. Found this one new old stock on eBay. and I ponied up and bought this one from Case. I don't even want to tell you what I spent on these. It really doesn't make a lot of sense, but I did it anyway. And then a very generous viewer actually gave me a seat with pretty decent cushions on it, and I was going to use it. This is the frame from it, all cleaned up. I stripped it, took all of the old residue off of it, sandblasted it, and then primered and painted it. Original genuine seat pan. But the reason I didn't use it, the original ones, is one, he just gave it to me, so I didn't have any money in it, so I really appreciate that. And the more I started pushing around on the seat, there were some areas that were going to begin to crack more than it already was. And when I found the new old stock seat cover, I just kind of drove right in, and now it's too far to back out. So I've been kind of studying this, and the best I can tell, it's going to be best to put the seat bottom down first. So I'm going to get some contact cement on both sides here. Okay, I left both sides of the contact cement to dry, about 20 minutes like the instructions said. I'm gonna place it on here. I'm gonna sit down on it and get those metal clips on, I think. It's on there. I'm going to sit on it for a while and see if I can get a good adhesion on it. All right, let's get on. All right, it's about the same deal here. You can definitely tell this is some pretty high grade vinyl. Thought it was leather, but pretty sure it's a vinyl, but it's definitely quality. Okay, 2 on the top, I'll do 2 on the sides. It looks good. What I haven't shown you guys yet is this, I don't know what you call it, quarter trim, or it goes around the whole seat. This is what came off of it originally, and I spent about an hour cleaning out all the epoxy. Thankfully it didn't stick to the rubber super great. It's a little white dot here. Pretty sure that means it goes on that corner. But the instructions say to, and it was butted up, and then there was a cover that went over there. So I think I'm going to start in the center here and work my way around. And then you're supposed to trim the excess vinyl off. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working super great on these corners here. Probably supposed to crimp them down tight. This is like a malleable metal band in there. I'm going to keep working this around and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, I did get it on all the way around. Kind of stretched it over the top and it kind of pulled everything tight. They give you this new little piece that kind of snaps over the joint here. Make it all look pretty. And then just to trim all the excess, and that's supposed to be all there is to it. I'll get it trimmed and I'll show you what the end result is. Wow, that looks really good. All right, back in the shop. I got that recovered seat right here. I cleaned up the original seat slides here, and they appear to be in good condition. The slides are held on with these little 1/2-inch long bolts. Doesn't show any lock washers or anything, so I'm kind of surprised at that, but we'll go along with what it says. We'll get these fastened on here. I'm real eager to see what this seat looks like on the machine. I think there's some rust in there from me cleaning those out. I'll need to grease this real well before I put it on. I think we got it well lubricated now. Line them up. I got this sandblasted and painted this past weekend. This seat pan. It's had a few holes drilled in it for other seats more than likely, but pretty much all of them were covered, and I didn't feel like completely redoing all of it and welding them all shut, so I didn't. So I'm gonna run it like it is, and I don't think you'll see any of it. I think we're ready to throw it on. Yeah, I guess you see them there, but oh well. I had you guys set up to watch me put the seat in, but I went to pick it up and I realized I made a major mistake. So that's the front of the seat pan. Sometimes I wonder. All right, I'm gonna fix that off camera. All right, now we should be good. Man, would you just look at that? It looks awesome. Super happy. Really, really glad I spent the money on it. It hurt while I was doing it, but end result's worth it. I'm gonna go up and see how it feels. Feels really nice. That's a little snug. Let's see. That's all good. Yeah. Really high. Really, really nice. Finally getting on to putting the auxiliary pedal in. Probably should have done this a long time ago, but kind of been putting it off. I did put some of this adhesive traction material that I had on here. That's kind of looked at some pictures, and that's pretty close to how it was originally. I'm going to get some grease on the bushing in here. This bushing is replaceable, but it's in really good shape, so I'm not going to bother with it. Can't feel any noticeable play. And this is a 1/2-inch bolt that I cut back to get this longer shoulder for the bearing area. Book doesn't specify that, it just calls for a certain length, but I don't like it running on the thread. So I'm going to do it this way. And then this is a metal locking nut. Parts manual does not show a washer or anything behind the nut, but it does specify this style lock nut. Just a touch tighter. There we go. Okay, here's the yoke that goes down over the hydraulic valve. And a long time ago I picked up this new end, and it's locked down with this 3/8 National Fine nut. So I'll run it on. And we'll adjust the pedal level once we get it on the machine. So we'll just kind of put it somewhere like that. And then here's the through bolt. Got the manual here. Let's see. It shows bolt going through, and then goes through this. And then there is a washer, flat washer. I don't know why they got so much thread on here, but that's the size they called for. Seems way too long to me. Hey, I don't like that. Okay, I went up digging in my bolt bin and I found one I think will work. I gotta shim this out with a lock washer to compress and act like a shim because this style of joint is a little different than the original. Alright, there we go. Now we can get it on the machine and we'll adjust the levelness of the pedal. Okay, got you guys sitting on the seat, and let's get this thing mounted here. Actually, I need a clevis, I think, down on there. Yeah, I'll get it mounted first, then I'll get the clevis on. So it's going to need to, it's going to try to adjust it close. Come through the front here with 2 bolts. Too much paint on that one side. Come on, there it goes. And we'll do a little Loctite on there. Okay, now we need to adjust the length of this clevis. Here's the pin. It looks like this side's down a little bit, so let's shorten it a little. A little bit more. Looks pretty even from here. Locking pin, so when you want to lock it on, and actually it's not going, not enough travel, so I need to adjust it some more, that side down, to get it to go in, I guess. That's going to make this quite a bit uneven. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I'll do that off camera, but this technically would live right there. So, all right, I did adjust it to where I can get the pin in now. So that locks it into place. So if you're running an implement that needs constant flow to the front, and it is a little off center, but maybe that helps you feel which way you're pushing on. So I don't know if you know, or your machine is like that. Let me know, I'd be interested. It's the little things that make the restorations really, really nice. New air filter dust cap. Surprised they still have this stuff available through Case. They do. And here's the original headliner. It's decent shape, but I've been doing this for about 45 minutes now. Just so much dust in it. So really need to just keep doing this till the water comes out clean, and I'll lay it in the sun. It's going to take forever to dry, but I don't know what else to do with it. Well, I have some bad news, I think, as far as this headliner goes. I think all of my stomping around on it just completely took everything out of it. It flattened it and distorted it. I'm thinking of just making a whole new one from scratch. It's still sopping wet. It's been 3 days. Unfortunately for you guys, I don't think you're going to see it in this video. I was hoping to get everything done, but it's just not going to happen. So we're going to leave this for the next one. But regardless of the headliner, we are ending on a good note. I'm really stoked where I'm at with this machine. I think there's one more video left, and it's going to be the bucket and the headliner. So keep your eyes open for that in the coming weeks, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up.